Mike's Daily Podcast.
Hi, I'm Mike. I got through probably evening where you were going to bed right about the time.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
I was waking up and here I am. It is 5:40 in the morning. It's Cafe Anyway. I guess we're an early morning breakfast place with you and some eggs and maybe a little drink that's warm, inspired by beans from Colombia. And then a swarm of bees flies over. And we have this
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Wonderful show. Okay, so there's this guy I know who's trying to promote his book.
Mike's
And he wrote a book.
Podcast.
It's a guy that's not his first career. His first career is managing money for people. He's a financial planner. But then he, on the side, has this creative thing where he wants to write about intrigue and espionage in the Middle East. And so he wants to promote his book. And he goes to this one website that, hey, we'll promote your book for you. It'll be, what was the price? Something like $4,000? No. For the whole campaign. And one of the things involved in this campaign that they set up for you is you get to talk to this talk show host that's known internationally. And I looked at the name. I had no idea who they were talking about. Yeah, she's on the Liberty Network. The what? The huh? And I told him, don't do it. And he said, yeah, it sounds like Hustlers. Hey, the other day, Mayor Libby Schaff called in, not on this podcast, but on a show that I produce, and discussed, how she was happy about, she didn't get to discuss on the show the whole Raiders leaving thing. And I guess that was a mess that she couldn't wait to get rid of, which I don't know if you follow the news. That's apparently what people are saying.
And here's today's podcast picture.
That it was
a mess. It's a mess.
And she said it cost so much money to pay for all the policemen to keep things from going crazy at Raiders games. So it's a good thing they're gone. Adios, sayonara. Marinara. What's this picture? I don't think this is a recent picture. Where was this? Oh, this was over at the Emeryville. Should we do that? Yeah, I have a lot more Emeryville pictures. So a week ago, Basil turned 11. There he is now. And so I have some pictures from that day when we went to Emeryville. You can see it at MikesDailyPodcast1909Boxing. But I'm really tired, and I'm tired as a... This is a good one. I'll use that picture. I'm tired as a manager of... I'm finding more and more my job is not so much as a manager, but as a floater. I have to float around and fill in for people that, I'm sick. I can't make it to work. I love there are people, I don't know if it's a cycle that just feeds itself, but you have these people that are... I started out at the job that I'm at now, part-time. And then eventually they hired me full-time. And that went well. Well, there's some people that are starting out part-time that want to be full-time, yet they're taking all these breaks. I have a cough. I'm going on vacation. My cat's sick. It's called a hairball, and they're fine. But I don't know. I don't have the extensive cat knowledge. Actually, I probably do. I did grow up around cats. They were always around. Stealing my pot pie. Constantly. I want my pot pie back. Anyway, cats are cool, but cool for cats. The point is that we've got one guy out. He's in Hawaii. And one of the things he does is he helps out at a radio station in Hawaii. And he told me when he was going to be on the air. So I listened. I got to hear him sing. Well, he wasn't the one out front singing. thankfully. He was singing harmony. And I could tell because he was not singing harmony. It was pretty obvious. It was kind of like, I know all about it because when I have been in rooms at radio stations where there's a band, a couple musicians with guitars, and they say, "Hey, Mike, sing along." And I can't carry a tune in a bucket, and I will just murder the song. So I try not to do that. You got to really know your harmonies. You have to have that talent. I watched that, what was it, 8 feet from greatness or 15 feet or something from greatness about the backup singers. And they just have this talent where they know instantly. They hear the lead voice and they know exactly what to do to make it sound even better. There's a band of 3 ladies, the young ladies, called Joseph. The band's called Joseph. And if you look them up, there's a bunch of stuff with them live where they just get around a microphone and they can do crazy stuff. There's countless artists that can do that, but it's still a rare talent. So no quid pro quo. I heard that so often yesterday. Quid pro quo. Over and over again. Am I going to look up what it means? I know it's Latin. It means you're pro quo. And quo. Oh, quo. And yeah, so Trump is pushing that. It's his new no collusion thing. No quid pro quo. Quid pro quo. Over and over again. So I'm going to have, yesterday I go and I have lunch at a place I've never eaten lunch at before called Münchner House. Münchner House. It should have been spelled, instead of House, it should have been spelled Haus. Münchner is someone who comes from Munich in Bavaria, which is the south of Germany. And that's where people go for Oktoberfest, so that's a timely topic right now. We've got, as we go outside a cafe anyway, hey, look, they're celebrating Oktoberfest out here right now. Woohoo! Listen to this authentic German music. That totally doesn't even sound like German music, but woohoo! And yeah, what happened is I go to this place I've never eaten at before. I've heard many bad things about this place. But I'm missing my mom because she's going through a lot in Florida right now. And I feel I need a little German heritageness. Go back in time when I was a kid. And some of my warm memories was going to a German restaurant with my family. So I went to this place I'd never been to before. And there's a lady there, and instantly I get, it's beyond, it's so weird. It's like, you know, some things that remind you of home, places that remind you of home, even though they're not at home at all, but they're far away. It smells, isn't it? It's always the smell that hits you first. And this lady had on, I think, the same perfume my mom wears. So that instantly teleported me back to Mom and Germany and all that. And being in a plane for 12 hours with my mom, and she's got this perfume on. And you know how people, when they've been on a plane for a long time, they start to stink. It's that airplane stink. And so she, this lady, very nice lady, and she talks to me they've got this deal of where you can get bratwurst and German potato salad, and it's $9. So I get that, and that's cheap here in the Bay Area. Anything under 10. So I'm eating it, and she turns on the TV. She's had this beautiful German music, the Papa music, playing. And she goes over, she turns on this TV, sitting precariously on this old hi-fi set tuner thing. I guess she's got a radio that she inherited from somebody in the 70s. And anywho, there's this TV sitting there, and she turns it on, and there's a news network. It looks like CNN, but it's actually some Euro news network. We cover all the news you need for your European news. Come to us, your news. Your news. So she's watching this, And of course, it's all about, just after I posted my last podcast, the memo came out. The unredacted memo. And so she says, and I'm thinking because she's German, and because since my mom is German Americans versus Germany. Okay, in Germany, they don't like Trump much. He's mean to Angela Merkel. They don't really like his approach. They liked Obama better. But, and my mom hated Obama. My mom loves Trump. My mom can't vote because she's still not an American citizen. She still just has a green card. And I ask her, why don't you become an American citizen? You've been here for like 60 years. And she says, well, it's too late now. It's never too late to love America. So she apparently loves America so much she puts a Trump sign on her front lawn, but she keeps the green card. Which, by the way, that's a pain in the butt to renew every couple of years. I don't even know. She needs to just get rid of that and become an American citizen. But whatever. So she says, so she loves Trump. So I'm thinking maybe this German lady who smells like my mom will also love Trump. Oh no. Oh boy. She was going on and on about they're going to impeach him soon. Oh, he just lies about everything. Everything. And he talks badly. She had all these issues with him. And I'm just trying to eat my sandwich. I don't want to talk politics. I know that I had just sat through 3 hours of listening to a conservative talk show host who likes to swallow his lip when he talks. And he was talking about the fact there's nothing in this 5 pages that says anything bad. What's interesting is this talk show host, the memo came out. He went to commercial break. He came back. He knew everything about the memo. He had dissected it word for word, piece by piece, in frickin' 5 minutes that he had. So I don't know exactly, but he's good at what he does, because he then spoke for 3 hours about how the memo had absolutely nothing bad about it. It's completely natural for a leader to call up some other country and say, hey, yeah, we'll give you that money you want, but you need to do a little thing for me, a little wink wink, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, this talk show host went on and on. So I listened to that and I was kind of go, oh, okay, maybe he's right. Maybe there's nothing. That's my biggest problem. That's why I will never host a talk show in the Bay Area or the world, just on this little Mike's Daily podcast, because I am the one who can see sometimes both sides of the situation and go, oh, okay, maybe. By the way, I wanted to do this real quick. I'm not going to do the whole thing. Just give me the first paragraph. Congratulations on a great victory. We all watched from the United States and you did a terrific job. The way you came from behind, somebody who wasn't given much of a chance, and you ended up winning easily. It's a fantastic achievement. Congratulations. You are absolutely right, Mr. President. We did win big, and we worked hard for this. Now I am French. We worked a lot, but I would like to confess to you that I had an opportunity to learn from you. We used quite a few of your skills and knowledge, and we were able to use it as an example for our elections. And yes, it is true that these are unique elections. We were in a unique situation that we were able to... Wait, what's this little paragraph say? A memorandum of a telephone conversation is not a verbatim transcript of a discussion. The text in this document records the notes and recollections of situation room duty officers and NBC policy staff assigned to listen and memorialize the conversation in written form as the conversation takes place. This is what it actually says on the memo. A number of factors can affect the accuracy of the record, including poor telecommunications connections and variations in accent and or interpretation. The word inaudible is used to indicate portions of a conversation that the note taker was unable to hear. There you go. That's normal. So basically, the conservative talk show host was saying the news media is doing anything they can to go after Trump. It's all that fake news. Wonderful fake news. Oh, say it.
You are fake news.
Thank you.
Fake news. Fake news.
And then you listen to NPR, and they're looking into all these other things, like what did the Pentagon say at that time? They're not really going by this. There's more in there. If you really look into it, there's something there. So, but the average American person, will they have time to really dissect this piece of paper, these 5 pages that a conservative talk show host zipped through so quickly? I don't know. I don't think so. My experience. People just, he's innocent. I hate politics. Let's move on. I got so much going on in my life. I got to fill in for people that are always sick. I have to get up super early. By the way, the quick little thing here. Enjoy, as we are outside a cafe anyway, we're bringing you Mike's Daily Podcast, somewhere in Podcaster Valley, Mont. Enjoy the wonders of the Park and Rec TV show, now defunct. But the hilarity that happened behind the scenes, it has the most amazing blooper reel. It's very X-rated, and Mr. Chris Pratt cannot stop talking about things that come out of a human body. And then Miss, what's her name? Aubrey Plaza. Oh my. She says some funny things that have to do with the act of love between 2 people, so, or more. But yes, that was it's fun to watch. And of course, Amy Poehler's hilarious. So, and finally, the thought process of picking up free items left on a curb in the Bay Area. We see it so often. I'll see an object that's just, it says free on it, got a little piece of paper, a little bit of typing paper with tape put on it, says free. And I'll go over, well, I'll pass by it first in my car, and then in my mind I'm processing, should I pick that object up, the idea of owning it. And then usually there's that, I'm trying to find a place to make a U-turn, which is impossible in the Bay Area, and then getting the object. Oh yeah, and then also I'm processing in my head before all that, can I get it in my car to begin with? And finally, e-cigarettes are going down. They're going away because of all this, the people dying and the controversy around that. And I heard a commercial yesterday. Oh, yes, there's so many... be careful of things that smell good because there's chemicals in there that will kill you. Look who's out here, cafe anyway. Oh, wait, that was yesterday. Oh, let's say hi to these people. Hi, Mark. It's Benita, the rodeo queen. How y'all doing? It's a Disgruntled Fiddle Player, tell you what. What? I'm confused by all this thing you've talked about with memos and e-cigarettes and Parks and Rec. Good. Look who else is here.
Oh, Mike, I make the delicious root beer house right now, or I'll cut you. Oh, boy.
I'm very careful of things that taste delicious that could kill me with a knife. Happy Oktoberfest. Happy day of trying to not listen to anything that has to do with this story about memos and whatnot. Enjoy your life. Be careful of the things that are poisonous in life, that are sweet and smell good or taste good, or, bratwurst is not the best thing for you. And actually that bratwurst was delicious, but I'm like, I don't think this is how they make it in Germany. This is not the typical. There was no sauerkraut. What's that about? So, good luck with all of that. Have a healthy lifestyle. Be careful of the stuff that's poisonous, including poisonous news stories that just go round and round in circles and never getting resolved. Don't waste 3 hours listening to someone. Is what I'm really trying to say. What a waste of time, 3 hours. And he figured it all out in 5 minutes. The whole thing. Okay, next show it'll be the wonderful Madame Rootabega, Valentino, and Bison Bentley. Thank you for listening to FF episode 1909.
Mike's Daily Podcast is written and produced and performed by Mike Matthews. His podcast is super easy to find. Download or listen to his show and read his blog at MikesDailyPodcast.com. Email Mike now at MikesDailyPodcast@gmail.com. See you tomorrow. Bye.